Alright lads, I'm PO2 and I fucking suck at League of Legends. Guys, it's PO2 and I'm here to talk about the new patch 8.23 notes. This came out last night and we'll basically just be jumping right into this. Just to look into a little intro they've put in here. As we can see, their focus is about refining the experience in preseason. And apparently they've got 4 major themes. Laning phase is improved and slightly longer. Comebacks are achievable and satisfying. Deciding games resolve faster, and rune paths no longer dictate stat bonuses. Now this is very interesting actually. These are the 4 things I actually really did kind of want an improvement on. And I feel like this is going to be a rather large patch, especially looking at the table of contents. So we're just going to try and head into this as fast as possible. So, Atarok's R duration decreased, now always grants max heal if Bloodwell is over 80%. I mean, that's okay, that's not bad. So, what it looks like is that actually his immunity only lasts for 10 seconds over 12, which is good. It was a long time that he was able to be immune for. Not sure how much we're going to feel the 2 seconds difference. Excuse me. But I think in general this is good. It means that maybe team fights are going to be a little bit quicker also. Ezreal. W base damage decrease, AP ratio now scales with rank. R damage decrease against minions and non-epic monsters, but no longer falls off per target hit. Interesting. W has been buffed all the way right through to rank 5. Don't think this is going to change the order in which you max your ability. I think you're probably still going to max E prior to W. But this could change, who knows? Especially maybe for an AP Ezreal. And as we can see, as I said, it no longer reduces by 10%, which is good. I think that this is something that Ezreal, you didn't rely on his ult, right? Whenever you played against an Ezreal, it wasn't like, oh, Ezreal's ult's come up, we're all going to die sort of thing. I think it does put more premise onto Ezreal, and this is good. I do like this. I like this a lot. Lissandra. Now, I know there's a lot of new stuff that's going on with Lissandra, basically a mini rework, so this is going to take a lot of time to actually get into. She's got a new passive, mana regen growth increased, Q and W costs decreased, W damage decreased, short E dashes are faster, and R ratio decreased. Okay. So base stats. Level 1 bonus attack speed at level. I mean that's okay. It's not really that important though. Mana regen growth is doubled, which is good considering I've heard she's got a new passive. So this is good because the problem with Lissandra's old passive, I'm just going to get this out of the way. The problem with Lissandra's old passive is that it was actually kind of useless. The amount of free mana we get in this game now, and the amount with the runes helping us as well and everything else, Lissandra's old passive was actually useless. There was no, it just didn't help her in laning phase. It didn't help her late game. It didn't do anything basically, especially as we got into season 8. So I'm glad that they've identified that and are trying to change that for the next season. Anyway, basic attacks. Animations adjusted to better match missile timing, missile speed. So yeah, her actual animation is sped up as well, which is quite nice. Passive. So her new passive is when an enemy dies near Lissandra, they become a frozen thrall. Frozen thralls seek out living enemies, slowing their movement speed nearby. After a few seconds, frozen thralls shatter from the intense cold, dealing magic damage in an area. Interesting. So what I'm looking at here is that she's basically going to be a ticking time bomb. It's kind of reminded me of the glass cannon Karthus, where Karthus would flash in the middle of a team fight to get in the middle of everyone, die, and then basically in his passive use all of his abilities, and he's super strong because he's still dealing damage after he's died. This is what I'm looking at in terms of Lissandra. I feel like Lissandra is going to be very similar in this sense, and that is quite a number, 520 at level 18. So she is going to scale very well. I'm very interested to see how this is going to work, but I like it. It's kind of um, yeah, just a ticking time bomb. Basically, if you see a Lysandra Ian into the middle of a fight, you know what their intention is probably going to be right now. So I think this is good. I think this is nice. We'll see how it works. The Q change has changed level 1 through to level 5. That's perfectly fine. I mean, it's even cheaper than it was at level 5. Mana cost has decreased. Base damage has dropped, which is okay. Some people did max W second, some people maxed E second. I personally maxed E second because I like the mobility, but W max was also popular. They've dropped the damage and the ratio. Maybe this pushes towards E max second. So your E is actually faster as well, which is really cool. I like this whole change. I like this whole change. This is all good. This is all good. So Talia. I have a friend that's a huge fan of Talia, so I'm very interested in seeing how this works. Talia, Q cooldown, cost, worked ground duration decreased. Q multi-hit damage penalty now applies to everything, not just champions. Okay, so maybe this is going to affect her jungle clear or her wave clear middle, if she does get played middle. We're siphoning some of Talia's monster and minion killing strength into power that helps her in a wider variety of situations. Q, Threaded Volley. Cooldown has been reduced significantly. That is a significant change. So from 11 to 7 seconds is something else that is going to be felt. Most certainly. Right up until your, I would say, level, what we're thinking here. So at level 9, you get rank 5. So at rank 5, you're not going to feel a single difference. But I feel like this is good, personally, for mid lane Talia. This could see the rise of mid lane Talia again. Her mana cost has been dropped also, even at rank 5, which is good to know. A lot of Talias did struggle with mana, especially in jungle. Multi-hit damage. Everything takes 50% reduced damage from the stone shards beyond the first. So it's basically hitting the 4 continuous hits from the Q. It's going to be less damage. This is going to affect Talia's jungle clear for sure. Don't know about mid lane. And the work ground duration has been absolutely chopped in half. Not even in half. It's just been gutted. Removed cooldown, cool ground reduction. Worked ground is no longer affected by cooldown reduction. Okay, that's interesting. This is a large number, and this is a large number. So these are two things to work around. I personally feel like this is a buff, especially to mid lane Talia. We'll see what happens about jungle Talia, but I feel like this is good. Yorick got a bug fix. But no one asked Yorick to be a bit more careful. Mistwalkers and the Maiden now draw minion and turret aggro onto Yorick if they damp. Okay, I mean that's good. Holy, yeah, that is good. Doran Shield. Passive regen now based on missing health. Now this is interesting because the Doran Shield has been an item which I've thought has been a little bit too strong for at least an entire season now. So now that they're changing it now in the preseason is very interesting. This is also, by the way, just a side note, why the preseason is super fun. Because you get to see these abstract changes which you would never see in the season. Just to test things and stuff. So I enjoyed this. Anyway, unique passive. After taking damage from an enemy champion, regenerate 20 health over 10 seconds has now been changed to regenerate up to 30 health over 10 seconds based on missing health. Now, I don't know if this is good. I feel like this is putting... Yeah. I feel like this is actually not doing good to the Doran Shield. I think it's actually just making it even better. Oh word. Oh my word. How many lanes are going to start Doran Shield now? Even when there shouldn't be. Oh, I don't know about this. I feel like this is bad, and I feel like this could do with another look at. I'm not sure if this is good or not. We'll have to see what happens, but it's hard to tell. Ginsu's Rage Blade. Will they ever stop touching this item? Who knows? On hit flat damage increased. Ratios removed. Now grants armor and magic penetration. That's good. Stacks no longer grant ADAP. That's bad. And cost decreased. Right. So let's see what's actually happened here. They've taken 200 gold off it. I mean, that's good, but it's still a very expensive item. 200 gold is probably 2 waves, so you get 2 waves back. You get 2 waves free when you're in the bot lane or whatever. On hit damage is basically just taking out all the AD side of it and put 15 magic damage onto it. Now grants 6.5 to 15% scaling with armor, scaling with level, total armor and magic penetration. This is nice. This now means it actually is a tank killing item, which I enjoyed. This is good. Removed. No longer grants 2.5 bonus attack damage and ability power per stack. I mean, this feels this. How am I going to word this? Early game it's not going to feel as good as the old Ginsu's, but late game I feel like Ginsu's is going to be stronger than it was before. So that's something to take into consideration. Jungle items, Monster Hunter Gold penalty removed. Other preseason changes increase the risks, farm bounties, and trade-offs turret plating. Okay. Of the gold funneling strategy that originally caused us to introduce Monster Hunter penalty, so we don't need it anymore. I mean, okay. No longer reduces the gold granted by lane minions. Okay, I mean, oh, if you have the highest minion kill score on your interesting. Okay. Relic shield upgrades. Minion execute threshold increase for relic shield upgrades. We're helping relic shields upgrades keep up with the minion health increases preseason brings. Okay. Targon's brace, minion execute. Okay, this is good. And this is good also. That's a lot of health though. If they're planning to make the minions tankier, this is a lot of health to introduce. Wards and trinkets. Wow, I am worried. Let's see. Right now, the Vision game overwhelmingly favors the team that's ahead. That's true. They have the most freedom to place wards and the most gold to put into Vision denial via control wards. I mean, that's not true because gold is 75 gold a control ward. That's almost nothing. While helping ahead teams close games out is one of our preseason goals, Vision does so in an incredibly slow, safe manner that reduces action. With a ton of other preseason changes designed to help decide a game's end faster, we're pulling back on how high the winning advantage. See, here's the thing that I've noticed with Riot Games. I don't think they enjoy Vision. I don't think they enjoy wards and trinkets and pink wards and etc. etc. Right, you could tell that right back from when they took out the jungling item, where you could get instead of red smite or blue smite, you could also get the grey smite item, which actually was basically a warden trinket for the jungler, right? And as soon as that happened, I was like, this is going to be a huge thing for competitive, and it was. It basically changed competitive into what looked like a solo queue game. But I've noticed that they do not like Vision, and they're always trying to impair that. So this is interesting. Wow. They've taken an entire minute off of a warding totem, off of a yellow ward. It's been reduced to 2 minutes. Wow. Okay. That's something to consider. This has been changed from 3 to 2. Okay. Trinket scaling, level of their owner, average level of all champs. So that's very team based. Interesting. Turrets. Now I've heard so much about turrets. This is going to. Oh my god, there's so much. Right, we're going to try and fly through this. Outer turrets have extra resistances early, but grant gold for each 1,000 health they lose. That's very okay. I understand that. Plating. Outer turrets begin the game with 5 temporary plates. A plate is broken for each 1,000 damage dealt. Okay, plates don't have health of their own. I understand that. Plate strength. Turret plating grants 40 armor and magic resist at the start of the game. Okay. Dealing 1,000 damage causes a plate to break, granting 160 gold. That's okay. And increasing the turret's armor and magic resist by 30 until the turret plating falls off. Okay, that's fine. Bulwark. For 20 seconds after a plate is destroyed, the turret also gains Bulwark, granting an additional 25 armor and magic resist for each nearby enemy champion past the first. Multiple instances of Bulwark stack if multiple plates are destroyed within 20 seconds. Okay, right, I get that. Turret plating falls off at 14. So at 14 minutes, it's okay. So it's almost like at 14 minutes, lane and phase is over. Is what they're trying to say. You can play the game up until 14 minutes. Is what I'm getting from that. Because in outer turrets are all inaccessible. So it's basically going to be a rush. It's going to be a huge rush for we have to get this gold before the 40 minutes. It's another ticking time bomb in the sense of everyone wants to get all of that gold before 14 minutes so that they can get ahead. It's going to be very much a pile everyone into one lane at some point. And I think this is good. I like this. I think this is good. We can only see what happens, but I think this is good. So turret adjustments. Outer turret health increased. Resistance is removed. Okay. The health has been upped. All turret AD scaling increased. First turret bonus reduced. First turret bonus reduced. I'm not sure if I like this. The first turret bonus and outer turret changes were made to accommodate turret plating. Seen that? Beyond those, turret damage is going up to add the risk back into the dive attempts. While global gold is going down to shrink the team-wide snowball granted by one lane pulling ahead. 150? Oh. I mean, considering the plating and stuff, this is actually okay, actually, when you work it out. That's a lot more health, more scaling. There's actually no resistance, though. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. This could be okay, actually. This could be okay. Scaling, gold. Yeah. Nexus turrets, right. Okay, that's fine. Minions. Minions health AD and movement speed. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh, right. Minions. Messing with minions is so dangerous. So dangerous. It's a good job it's preseason, but oh my word, this could be terrible. Minion health, AD, and movement speed scaling increase. Basically, this is just an entire buff. An entire buff. Can minions spawn faster and early in the game? I don't know if that's even good either. Baron buff is meant to enable game-ending pushes, but it's become near mandatory for a team to close out a match. So Baron has become near match. Okay, right. We're making minion waves more effective at supporting sieges on their own, so teams with huge advantages don't have to wait on Baron. I mean, that's okay, but what about the early game and laning phase? This is going to feel so weird. That I'm gonna have to jump into a game right after this. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Global minion changes. Universal standard time. All minion stats now reach their max values at 37. Okay. Damage for turrets lowered. Yeah, this is basically increasing armor, max AD. This is basically increasing your laning phase. This is going to be interesting. Super minions. What's this? Scales infinitely. Oh my god. Max health scales infinitely. I don't even know if this is a change or not, but that is just shocking. They say D's been dropped. That's nice. Oh my word. And they attack quicker now as well. Wow. Oh wait, super minis now show up on the mini map through Fog of War. Oh, interesting. This is interesting. Epic monster respawn time. Epic monsters spawn faster. Shorter downtime between major objectives pushes teams to fight more frequently and increase the uptime of buffs, leading to fewer stallouts. Okay, I like this. I like this. It means there's more fighting around Drake and stuff like that. I like this a lot. 5 minutes on every elemental Drake respawn time is good. It means that sometimes, even though it's a bad Drake, you can still get the Drake so that you can use. You can wait for the next Drake to come along. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. You can respawn it. So the first Drake comes out at 5 minutes, which is good. At 2 minutes 30, you couldn't actually get a Drake, which was crazy. But 5 minutes, you can actually get the first Drake, which is nice. Respawn time has been noted. Kill gold is nice, so you're actually junglers are actually going to want to last hit, and the XP has been buffed also, which is good. Wow, they buffed Infernal Drake early game. Okay, so if the 5 minute Drake is Infernal, this is needed. This is cool. This is cool. Not early game, the first one even. The first Infernal Drake has been buffed. This is cool. I like that. Mountain Drake has been buffed, which kind of counteracts the play-in thing, but that's okay. Ocean Drake is and Cloud Drake has been barely touched, really. It looks like they don't want to they don't want to touch movement speed, is what I can see from that. So, jungle camp experience. Let's just try and rush through this. Gromp has been nerfed. Yeah, nerfed. Greater Merc Wolf. I'm assuming that's the big wolf out of the three wolves. That's been nerfed. So basically, they are making these jungling take longer. Yeah, that's what I can see. The one I'm looking for the most is the Krugs one, because I know that's the one that grants the most XP. And it looks like, reminder, first class still grants 30%. Interesting. So, this is... We'll have to see what happens here. I'm not a jungler, I don't know much about jungling, so I can't really decipher much. But it doesn't look like the Krug experience has been dropped all that much. Rune stats. Rune path bonuses removed. Select one stat from each of 3 rows before each game. Go forth and pick a rune and a stat you. Whoa, what? Okay. You no longer load into the game with bonus stats based on which rune paths you choose. Rune stats. 3 stat rows have been added to the runes interface. Pick one stat from each row. Rune stats now editable in... Whoa, okay, this is incredible actually. 10 adaptive force row 1, 9 attack speed, or CD, or 1 to 10% CDR. What? So the APAD is the same, 5 armor, 5 MR. Health's more 5 armor. What is going on? Oh, Celerity's been updated. Oh my word. Okay. Sorry to skip over Fleet Footwork. I didn't think it was that important. 0.3 heal AP ratio is important, but not that important. Celerity now amplifies movement speed rather than all movements. All movement speed. Oh, the bonuses rather than all movement speed. No longer grants adaptive force. That's poor. That's the reason why you chose Celerity. Bonus movement speed. 1.5, 8%. So you're 8% faster, is what we're seeing. No longer converts bonus movement speed to adaptive force. I don't like that whatsoever. I don't think it's very good. Don't see it being chosen, maybe on specific champions, but I don't see it very good. Dark Harvest update. This is interesting. Now only procs on low health targets, but no longer requires a soul to have been recently collected. This is good. This is fantastic. Cooldown partially resets on takedowns, no longer stacks off minions and monsters. Okay. Okay. Dark Harvest procs against enemy champions below 50. Okay, I like that. Cooldown 45 seconds, reset to 1.5. Right. Minions and monsters no longer grant souls. So how are we getting the souls? Is it just over time? So it's just a scaling rune. Interesting. Base healing decrease. This is nice. This even though I liked this rune so much that it was needed, it was broken as it was very broken. But this is a good nerf. I like this. Demolish. Charge up time is 3 seconds instead of, but the damage has been ridiculously reduced. This is probably because of the introduction of the plating. So this is interesting. Shield bash. This is new. Gain bonus resistances while shielded. Okay. Your next basic attack after gaining a shield deals bonus damage. What? We're adding a new resolve minor rune to the first row, aimed at champions with self shields, as well as damage dealers with shields granting abilities, items, or runes. Shield. While shielded, gain 1 to 10 bonus arm. Okay, yeah, that's balanced. Bash. Whenever you gain a shield, your next basic attack against an enemy champion within 2 seconds of the shield expiring deals. Oh my word. Oh my word. Wow. Ardent Sensor, hello? I don't even know what to say about that. Every single AD is going to go Shield Bash. And just, it's going to force like a Jano, Lulu, Karma. Oh my, I don't even know what to say about that. This is a bad idea. Bone plating. Basically has been nerfed for the time, but the actual block amount has been improved. I like that, that's good. Chrysalis has been removed for select. Right, okay, so Chrysalis has been removed because they're actually adding stats into the runes, which is good. Overgrowth. Okay, yeah, so you just gain more health. Full house at 120 minion and monster deaths. Also gains an additional. Wow! That's a lot of max health on a fighty tank. That's interesting. Kleptomancy, I've also heard a lot about this, so we'll see what's going to happen here. Now procs off of next 2 basic attacks after using an ability rather than just the first. Wards no longer drop after 20 minutes. Okay. Giving Kleptomancy a second proc broadens the user base beyond Ezreal, I actually read that. Beyond champions whose abilities either reset or count as a basic attack that procs Klepto. We're also removing wards from the loot table after 20 minutes, since at that point inventories are more often filled with components, and wards just immediately drop onto the ground. Proc model. After using an ability, your next 2 basic attacks will grant 5 gold or something nicer. Unfortunately, the only thing I can see a lot from this is Lucian. I can see the Lucian passive is basically making love to Kleptomancy. I think it's going to be that good. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. I'm trying to think of other champions that can profit from this, but right now Lucian's coming to my head. I mean, it does make it more diverse, but does it make it better? I don't know. Kill bounties increased at 4+ kills. Minions and monster advantages now factor into bounties. Bounties on losing team reduced. Bounty payout per kill now capped. Okay. Wow. More bounty. More bounties. More gold even for the bounties. Okay. Oh wow, okay. So this is it. This is an incentive to kill the raid boss. Okay. Buy the farm. If since their last death, a champion has earned 250 more gold from minions and monsters than the enemy team's average during that time, their bounty is increased to 50 gold plus another 50 gold for each additional 150 gold their advantage grow. I don't know if I like this. I was having a discussion with some friends of mine about the bounties and stuff, and I like the bounties. The only thing I wouldn't like is if they added a bounty for the amount of minions that you killed, because this is just you playing the game correctly. This now means you playing the game correctly gets you punished later on, and I don't know. In fact, I know I don't like this. So this is, I think this is bad. We'll see how it works. I could be completely wrong, but my personal first judgment is that this is bad in terms of the farm side of it. The buff on the bounties is okay, nothing wrong with that, but the actual buff on the new model added to the farm is bad. Bounty clarity. Bounties over 150 gold now visible on the scoreboard. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. That doesn't seem very interesting. Minimum kill gold. Minimum gold granted for killing an enemy with 6+ deaths increased. Oh, so what they're saying, right? Okay. So they're making people still worth something, even though they've entered. I mean, okay. I don't think it's very important though. It's just adding gold into the game where it shouldn't be. I don't know if that's good. I don't think it is. Wow. So they've channel time reduced, but can no longer be count. Whoa, 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 whoa! It cannot be cancelled. Channeling teleport is often enough to deter enemies from an aggressive. I mean, yes, that's true. Even if you have no intention of following through, the mind game is interesting, but should be accompanied by a high commitment. Laners can still use teleport to shut down cross-map plays elsewhere, but now they'll sacrifice more tempo in their own lane to do so. Also, if you pick a bad teleport, there's no going back, so you're probably going to die. Click carefully. This is shocking! This is terrible. It takes like an able-minded top or mid laner to be able to actually TP and then cancel it anyway. Like, it means that you need actual teamwork. This is ridiculous. The channel duration is nothing. 0.5 seconds, you're not going to feel that whatsoever. And the fact that you can't cancel it is awful. I'm not a fan of this whatsoever. Yes, I'm biased because I'm a top laner, but I don't think this is good. This is one of the worst changes they've made this patch. I'm not even going to talk about that anymore. Whatever ranked armor, first elements of rank 2019 are arriving. We're updating banners in the lobby on your profile to show your highest earned rank from last season. On your profile, this replaces the insignia that previously represented your past season's rank. You can switch it off your past rank banner at any time by opening the summary. Okay, whatever. Game lobbies, we've reworked the lobby to include the new past rank banners to get ready for ranked armor. Yeah, whatever. Not interested. This change. What? The mission log will only hang on to missions for a maximum of. Okay, that's fine. Bug fixes, skins, donate, etc., etc. Very, very interesting patch. Huge patch, actually. Definitely we'll have to see what happens after this. Overall verdict, I don't know if I like this patch, really. The Lysandra change is good. Talia change is good. York didn't even get a touch, really. Doran's shield is bad. Ginsu's is eh. Jungle items, eh. Relic shield is okay. Wards, eh. Turret's good. Turret's good. Minions, good, I guess. Question mark, maybe. Drake respawn time, good. Drake buffs, good. Jungle camp experience, I don't know. I can't really discuss that. Rune stats, not too sure at the minute. Different runes. This is absurd and will be taken on every single ADC in the game. Kleptomancy, good idea, but it's basically going to be a Lucian nerf, buff. Bounties. Oh yeah. Bounties is questionable more. Teleport is terrible. And that. Alright lads, I'm PO2 and I fucking suck at League of Legends.